Woo. Yay! Everybody up it for David Roth.
Hey.
Thank you, David Roth, for bringing us into the room with some music. It's so nice to have you here today. Let's welcome everybody to today's Daily Antidote of Song. Coming to all the people out there on YouTube and all the people on Facebook. We're really glad you've joined us today. I'm Jo Rossi. I'm the director of the Daily Antidote. Super excited to be in here today on a Sunday, last day of our voting week. And next week, we're going to be having a voting and a peace week. So we invite you to join us again next week while we continue to think and sing about voting, but also about peace and other happy thoughts. All right, let's say hello to everybody in this room. Let's start with David Roth, our song leader for the day, coming in from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Aaron, thank you for running tech for us today in Bronx, New York. Deli is in Maryland. Sarah is in Connecticut. Kevin is in D.C. Neil is coming in from Boston, Mass. with a great voting sign behind him. Lynn in Connecticut. Linda on Orcas Island. Hello to Jim, maybe new to us today. Glad you're here. Nice to see you. Hi to Bob in Massachusetts. Becky in Vancouver. David and Elsie coming in from Oakland. Hi to Susan in Cincinnati. Aloysius in Mass. Pauline coming in from Newcastle, UK, with William in the background. Hello to Aileen Vance, one of our song leaders, regular and hosts, coming in from Santa Cruz, California. Nice to see you, Aileen. Hi to Sandy in Western North Carolina. Elizabeth in California. Hi to Susan, maybe new to us today. Glad to have you with us. Kathy in Colorado. Martha in Oregon. Dory and Ollie in Rhode Island. Louise coming in from Devon, UK. Nice to see you. Barbara Dean in the house. I think that's New York or Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Deborah in Kentucky, along with Robert in Kentucky. Hi, guys. How are you? Nice to have you here today. Be careful while you are driving. Sheila in Gainesville, Florida. Nice to see you. Jamie in Victoria. John and Maxine, maybe also new to us today. Nice to have you. Randy, also maybe new to us today. Nice to have you. Hi to Nancy in Washington State, Bonnie in Boise, Idaho, Sue in Seattle, Sarah in Texas, Dennis coming in from Victoria, British Columbia. We've missed you, Dennis. So glad you're here. One of our regular song leaders and also hosts. Carolyn Wolf coming in from Boise, Idaho, reminding everybody to vote and reminding me to say that today is day 1,673 days of consecutive singing here in the Daily Antidote Song. There's a lot of days and a lot of songs. And for anybody who is new to us, just to let you know, we stream on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can go there and find our entire archive of songs since soon after the day we started, because we didn't actually start live streaming in the beginning because we didn't know we were going to be going on and on and on like this. Marcia in Huntsville, Ontario, nice to have you with us today. Annette in California, Storm in Mass, Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Hoda in British Columbia, hello to my mom in New Jersey, hi to Kat in Vermont, Caroline in DC, Donna coming in from Brattleboro, Vermont, Nancy also Vermont, Kevin Ennis is in the house coming in from New Hampshire, and I think we've got a few more people popping in the room right now. Thanks for joining us, Suzanne, and I'm not sure if there's Mabel coming in from Massachusetts. And here comes Don from Vermont. All right, everybody, let's take a deep breath. Very nice. And maybe for kicks, we should take another deep breath. And one reason why we're taking a deep breath is that our song leader has just disappeared from the room. So I'm assuming that he is having some kind of tech issue that has just taken him down and out in the cyber universe. We are going to look for, here he is, back in the house. We're going to make him a co-host. There we go. Okay, David Roth, I am looking for you. There you are. Okay. I think we have got you back in place. That's very nice. You should be able to unmute.
Okay. Yeah, I looks like I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
You are unmuted. And I'm going to just say one thing. You're going to want to check your original sound, make sure it's still on, because sometimes that makes it do wonky things.
Yeah, it looks like my internet is kind of like, if I disappear, know that I'm here in spirit. There's something very unstable, sort of like in the world. We'll see what happens,
So if you disappear, as it turns out, we've got other folks in the room with us right here who know how to sing. Those of you song leaders in the room who know who I'm talking about, please make sure you've got your guitar and your original sound ready to roll. I just saw Aileen go, yikes.
Well,
all right,
I've got one of my co-writers on this song on the screen. Barbara Dean is here, so she can fill in for me if all else fails. Okay.
Beautiful. You know what I'm going to suggest? I'm going to suggest we get right into song number 1, and hopefully you're still here to talk about it when we're done.
Now, this song, it's great to be back with you. It feels like it's been forever, and I'm glad we haven't totally forgotten each other. So, In July, I had the pleasure of writing this song with about 7 or so people. We were in a songwriting class where we were all kind of writing about our own things that were hot topics for us. And then that was the week, I think it was Tuesday, that Joe Biden stepped down as the Democratic candidate for president, and Kamala Harris rose to ascension. So we shifted courses, which is a good thing to do when you're a topical songwriter because things change all the time. And decided to write a group song. Spent the rest of the week writing this song, okay? And we kind of used If I Had a Hammer as a model, just in terms of repetition, simplicity, universal message, and hopefully timelessness, at least every 2 or 4 years. All right, you ready? Here goes something. I'm playing the Gibson B25 that I bought when I was a senior in high school in Chicago, Illinois. And I also see on this meeting my best friend from 4th grade is joining the daily Antidote of Song for the first time. Hi, Jimmy. All right, here goes something. What happened to United? What happened to the truth? Where is love thy neighbor? Where's the golden rule? Why is it so difficult to find a place to start? What does it take to build a bridge to sanity and heart? It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power
in every vote. Come on, David.
We have power in every vote. What happened to compassion? Where did kindness go? When did choosing sides become the current status quo? Why is it so difficult to find a way to start? What does it take to build a bridge to sanity and heart? It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power in every vote. It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power in every vote. Now is not the time or place for sitting this one out. Make your choice and put an end to fear and doubt. What happened to United? What happened to the truth? Where is love thy neighbor? Where's the golden rule? Why is it so difficult to find a way to start? What does it take to build a bridge to sanity and heart? Take it. One more time. It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power in every vote. It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power in every, power in every, power in every vote.
Woo! Thank you, David Roth. That was spectacular. And we need to be singing and talking about voting kind of every minute of every day right now. And thanks for bringing us a powerful song about having power in voting. I don't know if you know, David, but you did drop out for one line or
Oops.
1.5. And I picked it up for you, but I'm not sure if that came
Oh,
through.
good. You know, so.
But Aileen, get ready. If he drops out again, you're the one picking it up next time. All right. So David Roth, tell us more about the song.
Oh, I'm fanning myself with my my absentee ballot, but I voted in person, so I didn't need to use these. Okay. They're going in the paper shredder, just like it seems like some of the ballots do at our little town hall here on Cape Cod.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, you know. About the song, well, the song is self-explanatory. We're pleased with how it came out. You know, you like to have short shelf life on some of these songs, but there's a lot of elections going on all the time. And, you know, I like to think that anybody who believes anything or has any opinion on any side of a political party or an affiliation could sing a song like this. So it's not just, you know, it's not pointing a finger. It's not pushing someone farther into their corner. It's just saying that, you know, basically, if you don't vote, you can't complain.
So we have had a lot of folks in the room who have been bringing us voting songs. We've been talking about sort of that self same thing, though, the fact that so many people fought so hard to earn votes.
Mhm.
In general, and then of course for populations that weren't given the right to vote at different stages, and there is something about honoring all of that hard work by going to the poll and voting. And it doesn't matter if it's a close election or a not close election, that honor is still there. That sense that you show up and you do your civic duty or your civic responsibility, or how about your civic, what's the word, like blessing, that you're, the idea that we have it is such a gift. So lots of people still don't, right? I mean, that's a piece that we need to keep in mind. David
Yeah.
Roth, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you had a question, hon.
I was going to say, who'd you write that song with? Was that just penned on your very own
No, 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 no.
self?
It was a bunch of us. I'll list the songwriters in our songwriting. The class was called Writing Songs for Personal and Global Change. I don't think there's much of a difference, but it kind of, I think because personal is universal to me and global. Maddie Cardoza, Gail Lemelbaum, Barbara Dean, Graham Dean, Jamie Polson, Sue Riley, Nancy Sonnenfeld, and myself. So
Beautiful.
yeah. It was a great writing process. I think we talked about this because I played this on the DAS in July, and you were kind enough to reach out to me. Got other voting songs too. Maybe we'll squeeze one in. Before we sing this one again.
Well,
But yeah, vote. We've got signs all over Cape Cod. One side or the other, and one sign said, "Just vote." you know, just vote.
that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we do also, I see have folks in the room here who are from other nations. I see Canada and I see the UK, and those folks aren't voting, but they know that what happens here affects lots of other places around the globe. And so it's very heartening to see them also singing vote at the top of their lungs, because some of our folks over here might need reminders from you guys over there. So thanks so much for being here with us and sitting through this election process with us. David, do you want to share anything either more about voting, or would you like to say what you've got coming up, or do you want to bust into your second voting song?
I'll bust into the second one, but I've got some stuff coming up I'd love to mention real briefly when we're done here. But this is just a little a musical travelogue, and this took place in Maryland, not far from world headquarters of Carpe Diem Arts. So I ain't saying much, but this is just something that happened to me during an election cycle that was probably 12 years ago. Let's see how my recall is working today. True story. I want to thank the person who removed the bumper sticker from my car in Maryland that Friday as I shopped for sandals. The sticker was expressing my opinion of the presidential choices. It's a First Amendment thing I learned in school so many years ago. Am I supposed to turn the other cheek 'cause someone disagreed with me and took my bumper sticker? They touched my car, my Honda. It was made here in America by Democrats and Republicans, not to mention independents, declarations of descending into polarizing arguments that no one wins because you're right, I'm wrong, no middle ground, but a new song. I thank the person who removed that bumper sticker from my car, but in the future, after I've replaced my bumper.
Okay, Aileen, where are you? Hang on one second.
Or your email so that we can talk in.
La 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 la. Oh, poor David. Come back, David.
Because this isn't a sing
Okay.
along, so we don't
Oh,
know the words.
la 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 la. I wonder if he's gonna try to dial back on.
So he's
I
actually still here. He's just it's not, yeah. So we're gonna just keep an eye
oh,
open for his reappearance.
I have a
But
voting song I could do, but I don't want to cut into David's time.
well,
So
I think you should ready it. And in the
okay.
meantime, while you're readying it, what we're gonna just say is there is, this song that he's singing about is, really does call into mind that notion of respect and respecting people's differences and taking someone's bumper sticker off. Is part of not having a conversation, basically. And the conversation is important and a better thing to do than to stop listening, to hold your hands up to your ears and say, la, 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 la. Aileen, what do you got for us?
Okay, well, here's a song. I led a big outdoor street corner choir yesterday to get out the vote in my hometown of Santa Cruz, California. And one of the songs that we really enjoyed doing, that the crowd seemed to really enjoy, is a parody that Charlie King wrote back in 2020 that a lot of people have been bringing back. And you can sing through the whole thing. It's a parody of the song Fever. Do you remember Fever by Peggy Lee? Never knew how much I loved you. You know that one? Okay, so here is I think I can put the lyrics in. Maybe I can't. They won't let me.
They might be too long.
They might be
So,
too long. Let me see if I
yep.
can do a
You
little
could
bit and then
you could break
I'll.
them into two. We also have David Roth back, so we're going to bring
Okay.
him back up
Ah!
to the. Yep.
Okay,
So,
so I just talked a bunch, David. Now go back. Go back to your song.
well, so David, you would need to unmute, and Aileen, can you give us a little sample of it?
Okay, so the parody is never knew how much. You got to snap though. Never knew how much it mattered. Never thought my vote would count. Narrow victories can be shattered. We gotta win it by a large amount. We need a landslide. This election, landslide, not a race that's tight. Landslide, a clear rejection, landslide on election night. And then it goes into the second verse, which I tried to put in the chat, but I couldn't. Doom, 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 doom. Let's see, it still won't let me do it. Okay, sorry, Aaron, I'm messing you up. So, David, are you ready to go back to your song?
Yeah, wow, how much of it
We're
did
having
anybody
like
get?
a quilt of voting songs today.
Yeah, it's kind of I see this is kind of like a treat for me to hear you, Aileen, because we go way back.
We do.
I'm trying to put the words to that song. How much of it did you get? The point is that this anonymous person took the bumper sticker off my car, and I make a suggestion at the end of saying, the next time you do this, why don't you just leave your address or your email so that we could have a conversation? Maybe we could have a cup of coffee, and then maybe I could meet your family, and then maybe we could ask your you could tell your children why you touched my car, So that's the idea. That's the line. Maybe you could tell your children why you touched my car. Explain that
Wow.
to your kids, So sorry for
Wow,
the
David.
technical stuff, but that's just the chaos of a modern world. And that any of this stuff works is kind of a miracle, I think, anyhow. So maybe not my most shining moment on the daily Antidote song, but the intention is there.
I don't know. Everybody who thinks David Roth is shining right now, please. Yep, David, you got a room full of people who are pretty sure you're shining. So yeah, hang in there. So Aileen, thank you for sharing. That was really fun. And David, thank you for sharing yours. And I'm sorry we missed your punchline, but I was sort of talking about the idea of having a conversation, and the way in which taking a bumper sticker off is like not listening. And so I'm glad to hear that you and I have, of course, great minds that are thinking alike. And thank you for sharing that and for bringing that out. And here's to all of the conversations that I hope we'll spend the next 4 years trying to have with people all around our nation and on all sides of all aisles, because it's time that we all start talking a little more and really celebrating that common ground and trying to understand those differences. David Roth, would you like to tell us what you have coming up?
Well, I just want to piggyback on that thing you said. I heard somebody say, "Great minds think differently." So, yeah, well, of course, song. I just came back from Moab, Utah, which is one of the most beautiful parts of the country, from a camp called Moab Folk Camp, and I was facilitating a class on performance and on songwriting 101. All levels welcome, no experience preferred, and that was great. I just got home yesterday. I'm heading to Mexico tomorrow night for 5 weeks. We're flying out on election day to kind of take a look at all of this, from a distance and try to hit pause and reboot and all that sort of thing. But have my Cape Cod Songwriters Retreat in Provincetown in January, 2-week tour in Florida. I'm coming to Maryland in December. I'm coming to Churchville and Clarksville and any other city I can find that begins with the letter C in Maryland. Right in the middle of December, Princeton Folk Music Society right before that. I'm gearing up again, and it feels really good. All of this chaos and psychic turmoil, for me, is relieved, when I get together with other people to sing, whether someone else is doing the singing or whether I'm doing it or whatever. It just feels good to be together in the same room in person and away from all the gadgets and to have some human interaction. And then it's easier to have a respectful conversation than it is to hurl insults at strangers on social media, for example. See who can out insult each other on social media. So
Beautiful. David, thank you. I'm wondering if you can show us your shirt.
Oh, this old thing? Just threw this on, This is a little spooky, Joe, because I was, flipping around a few weeks ago on my internet and I saw this shirt. I'm with the band. It's got all the titles of books that some people would like to ban from libraries in different states around the country. They're all there, and there's probably a longer list. And that's all I did. I was browsing, and then the next week, this T-shirt showed up in my mailbox anonymously from somebody. There was no note. There was no way to track the shipping codes or anything. I don't know who sent me this shirt. It's a little spooky, but it's a good result. I love the shirt, and it's just ever so much this side of not putting a presidential candidate's name on your shirt. It just kind of says something I believe in. The freedom to read anything you want. And I play at a lot of libraries, for adults and for kids sometimes. And it's important that people get to choose. It's another choice thing. It's a freedom of choice. You get to choose what you read. And I'm going to Scotland. I've got a couple tours coming up a year from now in Ireland and Scotland. If anyone wants to come, we have a lot of fun together as we learn the history of Scotland and Ireland. So just go to my website and check it out. They're really fun. They fill up very much daily antidote of song people. It's like a bus full of daily antidote of song people. And we explore around. But one of the things that ushered in the Age of Enlightenment in Scotland, which is well documented, was there was a fellow there who was a Presbyterian. I always get them mixed up, so forgive me, religious scholars. Protestant Presbyterian. John Hume was the guy's name. And he wanted to start a literacy campaign to indoctrinate the kids of Scotland into his his theological points of view. So he decided he would teach the kids to read so that they could read the doctrine of his religion. And what he failed to take into account was that they would read other things. And this ushered in the Age of Enlightenment in Scotland, where people started getting a broader view. And Scotland is a country so rich of great writers. Robert Louis Stevenson, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. We got Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Countless. Harry Potter. We saw the little cafe where Harry Potter was written, the first Harry Potter book. And then we saw the most fanciest hotel in Edinburgh where the last Harry Potter book was written, where that author, whose name is escaping me, rented the whole penthouse, after she became one of the richest people in the United Kingdom from those books.
Wow.
Another great thing about books, look how a book can change your life, whether you're reading it or whether you're writing it, quite a transformation. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, David, that's really great. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I hope that whoever bought that T-shirt for you sees this broadcast and comes clean. Can we just talk about how banning a book is a lot like ripping off a bumper sticker, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you can't read the book, if you can't see the idea, if you're not really listening, right? Like, if you're canceling it out, then there's no conversation. So, thank you so much, David, for all of this, and I would love it if you would sing song number 1 again a second time.
All right, now all of you reinforcements, be at the ready, would you? So that in case I vaporize again, you can pull up the slack for me, okay? All right, and as a closing thought to all my beloved daily Antidote of Song people, I hope I'll see you out there somewhere. May we all take a deep breath no matter what happens on Tuesday, and remember that we have each other, and maybe whoever the president isn't as important as the people they surround themselves with, or the people who, let me just say this, I believe there are a lot more loving people in this world than the noisy ones on our TV. And that's the first line of another new song. So maybe another time, and maybe not so long this time. All right. What happened to United? What happened to the truth? Where is love thy neighbor? Where's the golden rule? Why is it so difficult to find a place to start? What does it take to build a bridge to sanity and heart? It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power in every vote. It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power in every vote. What happened to compassion? Where did kindness go? When did choosing sides become the current status quo? Why is it so difficult to find a way to start? What does it take to build a bridge to sanity and heart? You sing. It takes hope. We have power. We have power in every vote. It takes courage. It takes hope. We have power in every vote. Now is not the time or place for sitting this one out. Make your choice and put an end to fear and doubt. What happened to United? What happened to the truth? Where is love thy neighbor? Where's the golden rule? Why is it so difficult to find a way to start? What does it take to build a bridge to sanity and heart? It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power. We have power in every vote. It takes courage, it takes hope. We have power in every vote. Your turn. Power in every vote.
David Roth, everybody. Thank you, David.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Great journey today. Really nice to be with you. Nice to have some good deep thinking, and really appreciate all of you in the room for singing along your parts in certain cases. So we appreciate everybody jumping in. David, welcome back to the land of cyber continuity. You seem to be here now, which is awesome. We can't wait to see you here again in some hopefully soon time.
Hey, if someone could save the chat for me, I think I missed a lot of chats, but I always like to read them after the fact. So just send that chat along to me at davidrothmusic@gmail.com. And if you'd like the words to that bumper sticker song, any of the rest of you, send me an email. I'll send you the words to it. It was too large to put in the chat, And I'll send you the chords to the song I just sang. I'll just send out those two songs to anybody who might like to have them or see what the heck I was talking about in between the technological pauses that we may have experienced today.
Thank you, David. What a beautiful offer. So I appreciate, Aaron, if you can you throw David's email in the chat here, but not on the live streams?
Already done.
Thank you so much. All right. Thanks everybody again for being here. Happy Sunday. Looking forward to seeing you next week. We've got a great week coming up and we can't wait to spend it with you. And I think today might be Linda on Orcas Island's birthday. Is that correct? Everybody please wave a nice happy birthday to Linda. She's at the top row of the screen now. Happy birthday, Linda. And I see that there are some birthday cards in the room. We invite everybody to stay for birthday card picture taking. And David Roth, did you want to bring out some kind of a birthday? I heard you make a chord.
Happy birthday, Linda. Happy birthday, Linda. I'm sure glad that I met you. Oh, happy birthday, Linda. Happy birthday, Linda. That's about all I got, Linda, but I'll see you back on Orcas in April. I'm coming back to that beautiful spot, okay?
Beautiful. Happy birthday, Linda, from everybody here at the Daily Antidote of Song. Thanks, David Roth, for giving it voice. And thanks again, everybody, for being here. You're invited to stay after for photos. Everybody help me wave the live stream out of the room. Thanks, gang, for joining us today. Really glad to see you. And a big hand again for David Roth, song leader for the day, coming in from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Aileen, thanks for jumping in on some rescues. Santa Cruz, California. Aileen Vance, one of our regular song leaders and hosts. Dennis Donnelly, thanks for being here with us today from Victoria, British Columbia. Also song leader and host. Linda on Orcas Island, happy birthday. Very exciting to have you in the room on your birthday. Aaron, thanks for running tech out of the Bronx, New York. Kevin in DC, Neil in Boston, Jim and Sue in Seattle, David and Elsie in Oakland, Sarah in Texas, Susan in Cincinnati, and Randy and Annette in California. Thanks to all of you for being here today. Laura coming in from Vermont, and Bonnie in Idaho, and Carolyn in Idaho, Louise in Devon, UK, Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, Mabel and 2 birthday bears, Martha in Oregon, Pauline and William with their birthday regalia already, Hoda in British Columbia, Becky in Vancouver, Dory and Ollie coming in from Rhode Island. Let's see who's on screen number 2. Sheila in Florida playing her guitar along with David. That was really fun. Caroline in DC, Dally in Maryland, Diane in Puerto Rico, Julie in Ontario, Bob coming in from Cambridge, Massachusetts with a bear by his side, Lynn in Connecticut, Aloysius in Mass, Sarah in Connecticut, Marcia in Huntsville, Ontario, Jamie in Victoria, Nancy in Washington, Storm in Mass, Kat in Vermont, Kevin in New Hampshire, reminding me that it's day 1673 consecutive days of singing here in the Daily Antidote Song. Dawn and some curly tops in Vermont, Fred in Maryland, Adrian may be new to us today, Diane in Massachusetts, nice to see you, and Deborah in Kentucky. Thanks everybody so much for being here. See you all tomorrow on the Daily Antidote Song. And we'll be here for birthdaying. If you want to come from out there into here, join us now. See you soon. Tomorrow, Daily Antidote, right here.